Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a new idea which involves a new sport which we have yet to talk about on the channel, that being baseball. The MLB is going to make a guest star appearance in this video with its playoff bracket and how it's different than the NFL's. In simpler terms, what we're going to do is we're going to take NFL teams from last year's standings and we're just going to plug them into an MLB bracket. Now, there's one thing I have to mention real quick, is that the MLB bracket from last year, which was the 2020 MLB season, had 16 total teams, which is not what the MLB normally does. They normally have 10 teams, of course 5 from the AL and 5 from the NL, but last year they decided to do 8 from each, league. But I don't think they're going to do that again. The MLB only signed a 1-year proposal to do that, so this video is going to be modeled after the 10 team bracket MLB, which is of course the 5 from the NL and the 5 from the AL. If you guys don't know how it works, I'm going to summarize it real quick with this on the screen right now. If you already know everything about baseball and you just think this is stupid and pointless, I'll have timestamps in the description and on the screen right now, so you can skip over this, go over the intro. Let's just pull up the bracket right now, which we have the 2019 World Series bracket, and this is exactly how it works. Now, in this bracket, we'll have a wild card for the AL and the NL, of course, for our case, would be the AFC and NFC, but this is a single game, and these are actually my favorite games in the MLB postseason because they're the most intense. They're one singular game, as you know, it's just all or nothing. And of course, the 2019 bracket actually featured the Washington Nationals, who shocked the baseball world and actually ended up winning the World Series. But those are one singular games, and then we get to what's called the ALDS and the NLDS. Now, the ALDS and NLDS, those are best of 5 series, which of course, gotta win 3 games first. And then of course, the advance to the ALCS and the NLCS, which are best of 7. Of course, the winner of those are the pennants, and then of course they go to the World Series, which play for another best of 7. So that's how the MLB bracket works, and what we're going to do is we're going to throw NFL teams from this. Of course, we're going to make the AL act like the AFC, and we're going to make the NL act like the NFC. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to find the 10 best teams from last year, we'll plug them into this bracket, and this bracket's going to be a little bit different too, because like I said, there's best of 7s, there's best of 5s, it's going to be quite different. So we're going to do the same simulations we normally do, but some things are going to change. So let's find those NFL teams which deserve to be in this bracket of 10 teams, and let's get started. Alright, so here we are on NFL.com, and we're going to take a look at the standings to build our bracket. Now, of course, there's a total of 5 teams that make the bracket from each league, the AL and the NL. And as for our case, of course, we have 4 division winners. What we're going to do is we're going to have the 4 division winners make it from each conference, and then we're going to have the best wild card team. So we're going to start with the NFC, which is the NL in this case. Our 4 teams which win the division are the Packers at 1 seed, Saints 2, Seahawks 3, and Washington at 4. And then our 1 wildcard team is going to be the Buccaneers. So the Rams, a pretty good team, just got cut short, didn't quite make it. And the same thing for the AFC, we'll have our 5 teams, which is of course is reenacting the AL. The number 1 seed with the Chiefs, Bills at 2, Steelers at 3, Titans at 4, and the Ravens at 5. So the Browns and Colts, pretty good teams, will miss. So those are our 10 teams which make this bracket. Go and pull up the bracket right now, we take a look at it in just a minute, and there you go. And what we're left with is this bracket right here, the NFL bracket with the MLB format, the 10 teams that make it, following by of course the series. And we'll just start with the wild cards. You have the Titans versus Ravens, and then the Washington football team versus the Bucks, with the 4 versus 5 seeds. Of course, you have the Chiefs and the Packers, the number 1 seeds, waiting to play the outcome of those games. And then you have the number 2 Bills, the number 3 Steelers, and then on the NFC, number 2 Saints, and number 3 Seahawks. Of course, like I said, these wildcard games, these are one singular game, and then you get to the best of 5s, best of 7, finish it off in the World Series with the best of 7. So let's do our first 2 wildcard games, starting with the Titans and Ravens, and then we'll get to the Washington football team versus the Bucks. Let's go. In our first game, the wildcard game between Baltimore and Tennessee, here in Nissan Stadium, down by 6 as Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, he delivers a dot, and this one's good for about a 7 or 8 yard pickup. This will be an 8 yard pickup for a second down and 2, and time was rolling with 3 timeouts on the board for both teams. Lamar Jackson completes this one up to the 33-yard line in Titans territory. Quick lineup where time is still ticking down to a minute and 30. Lamar Jackson's going to take off himself. He does this a lot. Good pickup right there. Gets about an 11-yard pickup up to the 22-yard line. Another new set of downs. First down and 10 for Lamar Jackson, the Ravens. And time is still rolling, so they're using the time to their advantage, looking to get some points and giving no chance to the Tennessee Titans. Of course, they get a touchdown, extra point would be a 1-point lead. Lamar Jackson runs this one for 11. Now down to around 70 seconds on the board. Lamar Jackson lines up again from the 22-yard line in the red zone. Fakes the handoff. Here comes some pressure. Gets some time. Looks to run for it again. Open field. Going to fight for a slide once again to the 13-yard line. And Lamar Jackson with back-to-back runs for 10-plus yards each. And now down under a minute. Second down and 1 is where we stand from the 13-yard line. Time is still rolling. They're going to have 45 seconds left about when we line up. Needing to get the touchdown to tie this game, extra point would take the lead. No huddle. 40 seconds on the clock for Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens. Backs up, looks at the pass. Quick pass, distance complete for the first down. Won't get out of bounds. And time is still going to roll. No timeout called quite yet. Down to half a minute. First down and goal. There's the timeout. And we're stopping at 31 seconds from the 8-yard line here in Nissan Stadium. Back on its feet, Lamar Jackson. 8 yards to go to tie this game up at 6. He's going to take off again. 3 runs in a row for Lamar Jackson. He spins his way into the end zone. Touchdown the Ravens. 1 point away from taking the lead with only 27 seconds left on the clock. So you get this extra point up. And the Ravens, going on a 50-yard plus drive, steal this one from the Titans here in Tennessee. Extra point good. And now Ryan Tannehill on the Titans needing to work something to get it back. So the extra point was good, gives the Ravens the lead. 23 seconds left for number 17. Now counting. He throws this one deep already. Look at this. It's caught. Davis, touchdown. Are you joking? They take it right back. No need for all that, because all you got to do. Deep ball. Corey Davis. Broken coverage, and just like that, Tennessee Titans steal it right back from the hands of Ravens. This is many times in the making has this happened. And just nowhere near him was his coverage. Corey Davis, long ball, finds his way to the end zone and takes the lead right back with only 15 seconds left on the clock. So, what a game I'm pretty sure the Ravens were going to steal is now looking in the favor of the Titans as they go for 2, line up from the 2, to add an extra 2. This one, almost picked, but wouldn't have done anything good, as it's still a 5-point game. So now the Baltimore Ravens got to do the exact same thing if they want to take it back. What's the chances we see that? Corey Davis, 50-yard plus touchdown. Actually, 70-yard. 1-for-1, 70-yard touchdown. And the Titans take it right back from the Baltimore Ravens. 15 seconds left for the Ravens. So the Ravens get the ball back with 1 second left. Can we see another miracle? The answer is no. Well, Lamar Jackson ran the ball about 5 times in a row and just throws it over the head of all his receivers. And the Titans come up with a big steal of a game. And they're moving on to play the Chiefs. So, our first wildcard game was a fun one. Final score 22-17 from Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. And let's get to our other wildcard game featuring the Washington football team and the defending champion, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's go. I think this game is considered a perfect game or a no-hitter in the terms of baseball. 27-0 from this game, so Washington didn't stand a chance. But hey, it's the defending champs. Do we expect anything different? Final score here from FedEx Field in Washington, 27-0. And with that being said, we have a new look at our bracket considering the wild cards are over. We have the Chiefs versus Titans and the Bills versus Steelers and the Packers versus Bucks and the Saints versus Seahawks. This is the divisional series, and of course, the better seed will get 2 games at home first. Then it'll go to the worst team, 2 games, and then of course, if necessary, game 5 will go to the better seed. We're going to do a brief simulation through these, starting with the Chiefs versus Titans. Kind of already explained, but you'll see how it works. Let's go. And this is how we're going to simulate the games going on from here, because considering these are big series, what we're going to do is we're going to do a live simulation. This is game number 1 of the, if I get it right, the AFC Divisional Series. Yes, it is, between the Titans and the Chiefs. Game number 1 at Arrowhead. Let's go. So we're starting on game number 1, and the Chiefs are going to go on an early drive, gets 3 points. Titans will tie it at 3. Chiefs get a safety, and they also get a touchdown. 12-3 is the score right now. Get more points, 19-3, big lead. Titans manage to make it a little bit lower. Get the ball right back. They'll score 6, 16-19. Titans go on a run. They get the lead, 23-19. Chiefs take it right back. Titans also get it right back. Titans get extra points. Tied at 33. What an intense game. Titans take it back, and Titans pull out a win in an insane game number 1. That would have been a cool one to watch live. But instead, we're doing a live simulation, a fast one, and the Titans will steal game 1 here in Arrowhead, 36-33. So game 2 will be right back here in Kansas City. And of course, game 3 will be in Nashville. Let's continue. Alright, game number 2. Titans took game number 1, surprisingly. And the Titans will start off by getting some points here, 7-0. Kansas City will tie it right back, 7-0. They'll get an extra 7, 14-7. Titans go down, they'll get 3. And of course, the Chiefs will score an extra 3 as well. They'll respond with another 3, 13-17 score. Now, Chiefs go down, score a touchdown, 11-point lead. Titans will get a touchdown out of it. 3-point game. Chiefs get it right back, and they'll drain out the clock. Win this game 24-21. Game 2 goes in the hands of Kansas City Chiefs. So we're going to travel down to Nashville, tied series at 1-1. And Nashville is going to get a home game or 2. Let's go. Game number 3. This series is tied at 1. This time in Nissan Stadium for the Titans' home field advantage. The Titans will have the lead right now at 7-3. They'll get extra 3 points, 10-3. They'll march down and get 3 more. Chiefs will get a touchdown, 13-10. They'll get it right back, looking to get some extra points. No, they cannot. They'll get some points now, 17-13. The Titans will take it right back, 20-17. Tie game at 20 in the fourth quarter. Chiefs will take a lead for the first time this game, and the Titans get the ball back, but can't do anything with it. And the Titans, or the Chiefs, will take a 2-1 lead in this series, and we're playing Game 4 right back here in Tennessee. So Chiefs win 2 back-to-back, and they can close out the series on the road next game. Game 4, let's go. Game number 4, Titans need to win this one. Of course, they got to win both of them, but tied at 7 already. 14-7, the Chiefs have a lead right now. They'll get the ball back as well. Titans going for a drive. No, they cannot. Chiefs get it back, 21-7, 21-14. Extra points added, of course, 21-17 now. 24-17, 7-point game. Titans will tie it up at 24, 27-24. Titans are going to drive, can't get it. Waste the timeouts, and the Chiefs will finish this one off, winning 3 games back-to-back-to-back. And they are moving on to the conference series as they win 3 games in a row versus the Titans. No Game 5 needed. Chiefs finish it out, 27-24. Pretty good series. The Titans won game number 1, but they just couldn't go on from there. And we're moving on to our next Game 5 series between the Bills and the Steelers. Let's go. And our other matchup here in the ALCS, the Steelers and the Bills, starting with game number 1 in Buffalo. Here we go. Steelers will kick this ball off. They'll actually get the ball back first. 7-0 right now. They get 2 touchdowns to the board consecutively, 14-0. And the Bills down already by 2 scores. No points on the board quite yet for them in this half. Still no points. Steelers looking to add more of 21-0. Not the best performance from the Bills so far. No points still. 24-0. Fourth quarter finally gets on the board. And I think we already know who's going to win this game, as the Steelers will take out an amazing defensive stand of a game, 24-13. And of course, once again, the away team steals game number 1 from the home team, 24-13 out of game number 1, and we'll be right back here for game number 2. Alright, let's see if the Bills offense can wake up in game number 2, and already they look like they have, because they score a touchdown right off the bat. Tie game at 7 though, and they'll get extra 3 points as well. Steelers will also go down and get 3 points. Tied at 10. 17-10, Bills get a touchdown, even up at 17 for the Steelers. Still at 17 in the third quarter. Steelers are going to touchdown, first lead of the game for them, and they're looking to make it a 2-score game. They do make it a 3-score game, why not? And it's a 38-17 game to finish this one in game 2. Steelers win both games on the road, and now we're going home to Pittsburgh, where all they got to do is just finish out with 1 win, and they're going to pull off a somewhat of an upset here in our bracket, of course, in the division series. 2-0 lead so far for the Steelers, 1 more game, and they're moving on to the conference series to play the Chiefs. Let's go home to Pittsburgh. In game number 3, if the Steelers pull out a win here, they win the whole series already. We're starting off with the Bills getting points. The Steelers will get 7 as well. 7-3 right now is where we stand. No points on the board quite yet. Bills will get a touchdown, get their first lead. They'll make it a 2-score game at 17-14 now. 24-14. I'm running out of breath. And it's still saying 24-21 now. 31-21. 10-point game for the Bills. 31-28. Steelers get the ball back. Can't do anything. Bills will waste the time. Steelers going to run. They take an extra point lead. No, the Bills get it right back. 37-35. How about that game? Back and forth. I thought the Steelers had it for a second. The Bills came down the field, about 30 seconds left. And as I'm wrapping this right now, 37-35, the Bills take a game from Pittsburgh. And we have game 4 here in Pittsburgh. 37-35. Hell of a game 3. Let's do game 4. In game 4, if Buffalo somehow pulls out a win, we're going right back to Buffalo for game 5, as they already have a 7-point lead. 7-3 right now. Buffalo going right back down. They can't. Pittsburgh gets it back. They're going to waste some timeouts, though, and we're going into halftime. 14-3 now. Steelers will get their first touchdown of the game, 14-11. They'll get the ball back to their first lead, 18-14. Get the ball back again, 21-14. And the Steelers get it right back. Buffalo looking to put some points. They do. OT. Steelers have the ball. Buffalo going down. Steelers. Buffalo has it. Buffalo wins it on a field goal, 24-21. And for game 5, we're going right back to Buffalo to finish this series out. So what we've seen so far is not a single home team has won in their own stadium in this series. It's been all away teams. So hey, does that mean the Steelers are going to finish this one off, or the Bills change the pattern? 24-21, impressive OT victory for the Bills. And they're going home to Buffalo for game number 5. Let's go. And for game number 5, not a single home team has won quite yet, but can we see a change? As I said, the Bills will need to win this one to change it. Already the Steelers have a lead for 7-0. Make it 14-0. This is big. 14-7. Bills will take a split. 17-7 right now. Bills will get it back over halftime. 24-7 right now. Steelers have an early lead. 24-14 fourth quarter. 31-14. Steelers are going to waste the clock, and the Steelers will keep the pattern on, win the series. No need for home games because they win all of them on the road in Buffalo, and they finish this one out in 5 games, winning the series 3-2 over Buffalo. So we have our conference finals, or our conference series is what we should call it, between the Steelers and the Chiefs. We have 2 to do in the NFC already. This has been kind of crazy, but let's continue. And in game number 1 between the Bucs and the Packers here in Lambeau Field for the NFC DS. Let's go. The division series starts now, best of 5 series. The Bucs will get an early lead 3-0, and the Packers get the first touchdown of the series, following by a touch on the Bucs. Make it 2 touchdowns, 17-7 and 24-7. So this is just like the one game they played in the season where the Packers got destroyed. 31-7, 31-13, 37-13 now, and the Packers looking just to score some extra points and take a L here as the Bucs put up almost 50 points, 45-27. An embarrassing first game for the Packers, but a good game for the Bucs nonetheless. 45-27, final score for game number 1, and game number 2, still in Lambeau. Alright, game number 2, the Packers need to go on a different note this time. They'll score first, 7-3. They're going for another touchdown. They'll get 3 though, 10-3, get the ball back, 17-3, 17-10. They'll get another touchdown, 24-10. Bucs have it. Packers get it right back, 31-10. This is a whole different story this game, 31-13. Packers get it right back. What is going on in these games? I thought these would be close. 38-13, 38-20. Packers going for 50 this time, and this is just a reverse roll this game because the Packers did exactly what the Bucs did last game, put up 45 points and win in a blowout. 45-20 is our final score from game number 2, and now this is scary for the Packers as they got to go to the place they dread the most. They got to go play at Tampa Bay versus Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers 5 touchdowns, not bad. Game number 3 up next in Tampa Bay. Alright, game number 3, first game here in Tampa Bay, Florida, and the Packers will take their early lead, 7-3. Now the Bucs get it right back. They'll get 3. Packers get it back as well. They'll go for 10-17-3, and the Bucs will get another 3, but they get another touchdown, 17-13. Bucs get the ball right back, going on for a lead. No, can't get it right now, but they'll get it right now, 24-17. Packers choking this lead. They get 3. Going down, the Bucs go again. The Packers on a 1-minute drive, going for the touchdown. They get it. The Bucs got to go down, and they can't tie it with a field goal. The Packers, who almost lost it, came back, and they win it 27-24. Big win for the Packers as they take a 2-1 series lead now, and winning in Tampa Bay over Tom Brady. Impressive. They got to win game number 4 to close it, but the Bucs still got a chance. They got another home game up next, so don't count them out either. 2-1 series lead for the Packers. Game 4 up next. Alright, game number 4 for the Packers. If they win, they're over. And the Bucs, they got a safety already, but the Bucs, they got to win 2 in a row. A 9-0 right now, interesting score. They got a touchdown. Packers still zeros on the board. Looking for their first points of the half. They get some points. They'll get the ball right back too. 6-9, interesting score. They'll get the ball back again. 13-9. Packers going to go on a run. They can't. Bucs have a lead, 6-13. Packers get it back, 27-16. The Bucs 22. Packers in the clock, and the Packers will win 3 games in a row, and they're moving on to the conference series, a best-of-7 series to play the winner of the Seahawks and the Saints. And personally, if you ask me, that is something else, because I thought the Bucs, the defending champs, would get past the Packers. Did not have faith in my own team, but the Packers get it done, and they're going to win 3 in a row, I'm pretty sure. There you have it. Packers finish it in 4. Our final series between the Saints and the Seahawks until we get into the conference series. Let's go. And our final divisional series between the Seahawks and the Saints. Game number 1, starting from New Orleans and Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And we're going to start with this touchdown with the Saints, 7-0. Seahawks will get it back, can't do much. And Seahawks will get it right back again. They'll get it again. And they'll get some points on the board this time. 14-7, Saints get it right back. 14 all game. Seahawks get the ball. They're going for their first lead of the game. They get it. 17-14. Saints take it right back. Seahawks, no, can't do it. Saints go down. They'll get a 2-score win, or 2-score lead, and they'll close out with a win. So 28-20 is our final score for game number 1. The Saints, there you go, 28-20. Game number 2, right back here, Mercedes-Benz Superdome, 28-20 final score. Alright, so game number 2, still in New Orleans. 7-0 lead for the Seahawks, 14-0 lead for the Seahawks, 2-score game. Saints are to go down. They'll get 3. Seahawks get right back, 21-3 before halftime, 21-6, 28-6, 28-9 now at halftime. Saints still down by a lot. Seahawks score more, 38-15. It looks like Seahawks going to come away with a win here. Saints kind of coming back though, 38-30. Nope, won't get another chance. And this game ends in another 8-point difference, 38-30 this time. And we're tied at 1, going to Seattle, 12th man field, CenturyLink Field, to play game number 3. Let's go. Alright, a split series going for game number 3 at home in Seattle. And the Saints, they'll get the first point, 7-0. And they'll also get more points, 10-0, 10-7. The Seahawks will bounce back, 17-7, 17-14. Saints still go down, they'll score more points again. Get it right back, score even more, 31-21, 38-21. Seahawks not really much of a chance here, 48-21, 48-28. Just wasn't close at all. And the Saints will pull out a 20-point win on the road, and they're one game away. 2-1 series lead for the Saints. Game number 4 will stay here in CenturyLink Park. Alright, game number 4. The Saints, they'll take an early lead once again. We're still tied at 7 though. Saints get it right back, 14-7. Tied up for the Seahawks, 14-14, 21-14, 21-17. Saints really good at scoring those late points as they get even more, 35-17, 35-23. And the Saints offense just seems like they just can't be stopped right now. Seahawks still standing though, 42-37. They're going to take a lead, 45-42. And the Seahawks miraculously pull out a game, which I thought was just long over. The Saints had about a 15-point lead or even more. And the Seahawks, from trailing, bounce back to win this one in a high-scoring game, 45-42. Which means we have another Game 5 long series in our division series. 45-42, Game 5, going back to New Orleans. Let's go. Alright, game number 5. It all comes down to this. Final game of the division series. And the Seahawks will have a 7-3 lead early. 7-6 right now. Saints get it back. They'll take the lead 12-7. Get more points. 19-7. Seahawks go down. Can't get some points. Like to get some points now they can't. Saints go back down 22-7. 22-10. Seahawks, no. Saints 29-10. And the Saints are going to close this series out with a big commanding win in Game 5, 32-10. And we have our final 4 teams. Game 5, a win for the Saints. They'll close it out in the 5 games at home in Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And let's take a look at our 4 teams in our bracket. I'll explain how the next matchups are going to work. And they're best of 7, by the way, so prepare for some longer series. And let's continue. Let's go. And here's a look at our bracket going into the conference finals, of which in baseball they call the conference series. Of course, the ALCS and the NLCS. We have our final 4 teams: the Chiefs versus Steelers and the Packers versus Saints. As you guys know, these are best of 7 series, so these are going to be even longer. There's only 2 of them, and how the home advantage works is, of course, the home advantage team, they'll start with 2 home games, and they'll finish the series in Game 6 and Game 7 with 2 home games if necessary. So that means 2 go to the home team, for this case right here, to the Chiefs, 3 to the Steelers, and then to the Chiefs. Hope that makes sense. We'll start with our first game, Chiefs versus Steelers. Let's go. Alright, game 1 of a possible 7 here in the AFC Conference Series. The Chiefs start off with 3, but the Saints, or the Steelers, they currently have a 7. I thought about to say a lead, but not anymore. 10-10, tied at 10. Chiefs come down 13-10 right now. They have the ball as well. Steelers get it back. They get a first lead, 17-13, 20-17. Chiefs get it right back. Steelers go down. They can't. They get the ball back. They get a lead, 24-20. And the Steelers will steal game 1 in Arrowhead, 24-20. Once again, the Chiefs lose the first game of the series. But hey, last time the Chiefs bounced back, so let's just see if the Chiefs can come back from a loss. But if not, the Steelers, they still won 24-20, and we're staying in Arrowhead for game number 2. Alright, game number 2, still in Arrowhead. Steelers ended up stealing 1. As, of course, their name says. 7-0 for the Chiefs right now. And they're going for more points. No, can't quite. 3-7. Steelers get 3. They get the extra touchdown they wanted. 14-10. Make it 21-10. Get the ball right back. Make it 28-10. 35-10. And the Steelers just have no answer for the offense of the Chiefs as they're putting up around 40 points this game. Steelers on a comeback. No, not enough time. It finishes out a 1-touchdown game, but they just lost it from the start, and the Chiefs will win game 2. So we're going to have 3 games consecutively in Pittsburgh at a tied series 1-1. And if necessary, game 6 and 7, they'll go back to Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdowns and 275 yards. Let's go to Pittsburgh for game 3. Alright, the first of 3 games hosted by Pittsburgh. A tied series at 1-1, and Pittsburgh will take an early lead at the house. And the Chiefs will steal it right back, 7-3, 7-6. And the Chiefs go down, can't get anything. Chiefs get it right back. Steelers are going to get some points on the board. They do get another field goal, 9-7, 10-9 right now. And once again, the Steelers get their 4th field goal of the game, 17-12 right now in the 4th quarter, 24-12. The Steelers finally gets a touchdown, but it looks like it's too late as it is. And the only reason why the Steelers lost that game is because they just couldn't get a touchdown, couldn't get in the end zone. And the Chiefs will take a 2-1 series lead over the Steelers, who just kicked field goals the entire game. 31-19, final score from Game 3. Staying here for Game number 4. Got to this one just a little bit late, but for Game number 4, Steelers have 3, Chiefs at 7, 7-6. Steelers already kicking field goals once again. 14-6 right now, 14-13. Steelers 1-point game. Gets the ball back, right back to the Chiefs. 17-13. Steelers with the ball in the 3rd quarter. Marching down, can't do anything. Chiefs 24-13. It is now a 24-16 game, 24-24. Steelers tie. They're going down for their lead. They get it 27-24, 30-24. March down 31-30. Chiefs take it back with a late touchdown under 30 seconds left. And they're going to win Game 4 as well. So it's now a 3-1 series lead. And I just don't see the chances of the Steelers coming back from this, as Patrick Mahomes goes on a final minute drive with 4 touchdowns and almost 470 yards and wins it in Game number 4. So one more game in Pittsburgh and one more game for the Chiefs to close out the series with a 3-1 series lead right now, and could have a chance to move on to the World Series with a win after this. Alright, Game 5, Chiefs win. They go to this World Series and they win the pennant, but if the Steelers win, we're going back to Kansas City for Game 6. Right now, no score. Chiefs get points. Now 10-0 right now. This is big. 10-3. Steelers get it back. Chiefs 10-3 still. Steelers on a march. Chiefs get it back. They're going to go for 17-3 right now in the 4th quarter. 17-10. Steelers get it back. No, the Chiefs will take a 2-score win. And 24-17. The Chiefs will win the pennant of the AFC. Closing it out in Game 5. No need to go back to Kansas City for Game 6 or 7. And they win this series 4-1. As I said, they close out the ALDS or the AFCDS, and they'll get the pennant. Moving on to the World Series, and let's go to the NL or the NFC, the CS. Lot of abbreviations I'm saying in this video. 24-17 final score of this game. Packers Saints, best of 7 series. Up next, let's go. Alright, game number 1 of a possible 7 in the NLCS. The Saints and the Packers, and Saints already with a big lead in Lambeau. Of course, we're going to have 2 games in Lambeau and then 3 in New Orleans. Of course, next 2 would possibly be in Lambeau. 20-13 right now. 23-13. Packers get the ball back right now. Saints couldn't do much. Back to the Packers in the 4th quarter. 23-16. It's a 1-score game. They're going to go down and tied at 23. Saints going on a run. Gets a touchdown. And the Packers can't get the touchdown to tie it. And the Saints will pull off a win here in game number 1. 30-23. Getting that win that they need on the road. So already have a 1-0 lead versus the Packers. Game number 2, back in Lambeau. Let's see if they can steal another one. Alright, game number 2. It's important to mention that these are still the 2020 rosters, which means Drew Brees, he's not retired, he's still playing. So 7-7 right now. Saints get it back. Packers, they'll get their first lead, 14-7. Saints on the ball right now. No, the Packers actually, 21-14. Packers going down, score another touchdown, 28-14 in the 4th quarter, 28-21. 31-21. Saints get 3, 31-24. 1-score game going down for their touchdown. They can't. And we have another game which ends on a 1-touchdown difference. This time, Packers getting it. So 31-24. And we have a split series once again going into Game 3, which the next 3 games will be hosted at New Orleans in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdowns and 313 yards. And we're moving on to New Orleans for Game 3. Let's go. So game number 3, hosted in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. 7-0 lead for the Saints. Packers going for something they cannot. 14-0 right now. 21-0. Zeros on the board for the Packers. Make it 7, but 28-7, 28-14, 35-14. Saints are just laying their offense in the Packers right now. 38-28, 38-35. Packers coming back, though. They got their first lead, 42-38. Saints take it back. Packers take it back. And the Saints pull it off. No, it's an OT, 52-52. The Packers get a touchdown to win, 58-52. What a game. Put up that many points. That's got to be an NFL record. If that happened in real life, 58 points. What is that, 100? That's 110 points. That's never been done. And I would like to see that in real life. That'd be cool. 58-52. final score between the Packers and the Saints, and somehow the Packers came back and just won that. I want to take a look at the scoring summary real quick because they were down by quite a bit. Look at that. That is the biggest scoring summary I've seen. The Packers were trailing the entire game until it hit the last second of the fourth quarter and won in OT. 58-52. This game is making me lose my voice. And the Packers take a 2-1 series lead. Game 4, staying in New Orleans. Also important to mention that both quarterbacks put up combined 1,000 yards and 9 passing touchdowns that game. But game 4, insane. Saints up 10-7, 16-7, 16-14, 23-14. 26-14 Saints up. Packers got the ball right now. They can't do anything. Going for take 2. They'll get a touchdown. 26-21. They can't take it right back. They're going down another drive once again. They'll take a 1-point lead. Saints going down 34-27. And this time the Packers can't finish it off. And the Saints will get a win. So we'll have an even series at 2, which means we will have Game 6 in Lambeau if necessary. Of course, Game 7 as well in Lambeau. But we have one more game in New Orleans to see who takes the series lead at a 3-2. Let's stay here in New Orleans for game number 5. Alright, game number 5 between the Packers and the Saints. We've seen some high-scoring games already. And let's just see who can take the series lead to a 3-2. 14-17 right now. Saints going down. They tied at 17. Saints going down again. They'll get a lead. 20-17. Packers put up a 7. 24-20. Saints going down. 27-24. 27 all in the fourth quarter. Packers going down for a touchdown. 34-27. Saints going down for a touchdown, and the Packers will get a last-second field goal, and they'll win the game 37-34. These have been just nothing but in just chaos. Packers pull out a win 3-2, and they're going home to Lambeau for Game 6 with a series lead and one game away from closing it for a pennant win. 37-34 is the final score, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it is, and let's go home to Lambeau for Game 6. An impressive series, and we're not even over yet. Game 6 starts with a touchdown by the Saints, 7-0. They'll get another touchdown, 14-0 right now. Packers will get their points on the board, 14-7. Saints get it back, 21-7, 2-score game, 21-14. Saints go down, get a field goal. The Packers get it back. Saints, 24-14, 24-21, 10-point game, 31-24 now. Packers get it back, going for a tie, can't, 31-27. One touchdown game. Saints going down, and they'll get the touchdown they need. 41-34, and we have our first Game 7 in this video as the Saints will pull off a win in Game 6 in Lambeau. Game 7 staying right here. Who's going to move on and win the pennant and play the Chiefs in the World Series Super Bowl? All starts now. Game 7 up next. Game 7 underway. It's going to start with points on the board for the Green Bay Packers. They get 6. Missed the extra point, however. They're going down for more, though, and they'll get 13 on the board now. 13-0. Impressive start for the Packers, 16-0 now. Saints get 3. Packers going down again. They get 24-3. Packers need to hold on for a win, 31-3, 31-10. Packers have 2 minutes left until they win the pennant, and they do. Moving on to the World Series for a pennant win for the Green Bay Packers through 7, 34-10. What a way to end it in Game 7, and just what an insane series. We've seen a 110-point game put up, and just everything in this series between the Packers and Saints. And now we have the Packers versus the Chiefs, representing the NL pennant winners, the Packers, and the AL pennant winners, the Chiefs. I think that's all I got to be said. Best of 7 up next. I'll pull up the bracket right now, what it looks like. Let's get the World Series done. Let's go. Alright, Game 1 of the World Series. Forgot to mention, but the Chiefs will start out with 2 home games. It's the exact same format as the conference finals, except, of course, the Chiefs are the better team, so they'll get 2 games starting in Arrowhead, and, of course, they'll go to Green Bay for 3 games consecutively after that. Packers will take a 7-0 lead early, 7-3 right now, and the Chiefs going down for another field goal, 7-6. Packers can't do much. Back to the Chiefs in the third quarters, 12-7. Chiefs get it again, 19-7, consecutive touchdowns. Packers get on the board, 19-14. Chiefs have it again to drain out the clock. They get another touchdown, 26-21, and the Chiefs finally win in Game 1. I think this is the first Game 1 the Chiefs have closed out in this series. Chiefs with a 1-0 lead, and they're staying here for Game number 2. So that's a big win for the Chiefs to finally win Game 1, and now it hurts the Packers. Game 2, staying in Kansas City. Let's see if the Chiefs can pull a 2-0 lead, or we have another split series at 1-1. Alright, starting this game, we have the Packers taking an early touchdown. Chiefs tying up as well, 14-7 now. Packers going down for their touchdown, 14-all. Chiefs going down, 17-14, 21-17. Packers have the ball again, 28-17, two-score game, 28-24. Chiefs come right back. Packers go down, make it a touchdown game, 31-27 now. Chiefs are going down with a 4-point game. They get a 3 points, field goal, 34-30, 4-point game. Packers down by 3, and the Chiefs pull out with a touchdown, and the Chiefs take a 2-0 series lead, winning both games at home, and the Packers just fell short of stealing one there, which they needed desperately, but now they got to go back to Lambeau, down by 2, having to win 2 of these games, at least. They just have to. So let's see if the Packers can hold on, and the Chiefs looking comfortable, up 2-0. Game 2, final score 37-34, World Series continues in Lambeau. And starting game number 3, down 2-0 is the Packers here in Lambeau, and the Chiefs will get an early lead, trying to prevent being down 3-0, which is just horrible being down the championship game that far. So far, they have a lead right now, 14-10. They get a 11-point lead now, down to a 3-point lead. Packers going down for another touchdown, 10-point lead, getting more, 35-18. This looks like the game the Packers might actually pull out a win, 35-25, and it will be. So the Packers will get a win they need. 2-1 series now. We're staying in Lambeau, so the Packers got a little bit of momentum now over the Chiefs. 35-25 final score for Game 3, and Game 4 staying right here. Alright, game number 4. This is to even the series or take a 3-1 lead for the Chiefs, and so far it's favoring a 3-1 lead for the Chiefs as they're already up 17-3. Make that 20-3. 17-point lead so far for Aaron Rodgers. He's been in this situation before, though, with the Bears. 27-3. Hasn't been in this situation before. Yeah, no way the Packers come back from this. 34-6. And what we're looking at now is a Chiefs huge win. I would never see the Packers losing by that much and only putting up 6 points in a game. But the Packers down in the series 3-1 to the Chiefs. And the Chiefs, we're staying in Lambeau for one more game. The Chiefs can end it and add a sour taste in the Packers' mouth. There's nothing worse than losing a finals, like a final game at on the road, or you know what I mean. Like the Chiefs coming in the Packers, and all the fans have to watch the Packers lose it all in Lambeau. That's possible. They pulled a win here, 41-6, unrealistic score, but the Chiefs deserved it. Game 5 to close it out. Let's see. All right, so the Chiefs already got 7. Like I said, if they close out this one, this is it. The Chiefs would win the World Series, but if not, we're going back to Kansas City for the Packers to have a chance. 17-7, 3-1 series right now. The Chiefs looking to close this one out, 24-10. Chiefs going down again. They get a score here. This could be big. 31-10. I don't see the Packers coming back. 31-17. The Kansas City Chiefs, 31-24. Hold up. It's over. And the Chiefs are the World Series champions in the NFL/MLB bracket. And what a long one and fun one this has been. We've had some intense games. And the Chiefs, once again, just the best team in Madden, has always been. They win the World Series over the Green Bay Packers. Thank you guys for joining in this MLB formatted video. Hope you guys enjoyed the new way I did this. I'm not always going to do this. I just thought it was kind of cool. It was much easier and ended up working out in the long run. So 31-24 final score from Game 5. Chiefs win in 5, 4-1. I'll have the bracket put up on the screen right now as you can guys take a look at all the series, how many games, and of course who won. There's a look at it. Thank you guys for watching. And guess what's coming up next? We're only 30 subs away from 1,000. How about that? Thank you guys for subscribing. And if you're new here and you made it this far already, you've watched this entire video and haven't subscribed yet, come on, what you doing? Let's be real here. It's a 40-minute video. Go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.